Hey guys, Tom here, I hope you're well. Here today doing a review of the Triumph Street Triple RS. This bike has been kindly lent to me by the guys over at Laguna Motorcycles in Maidstone. So if there's a bike you're interested in, please do give them a shout. Great, good, fun bike. Naked bike, looks very good I think. I really quite like the look at the front. These two like eyes that you've got remind me of Short Circuit when I was a kid, when that came out. Has a real sort of personality to it, which I think is good with bikes actually, when they've got that sort of character look about them. Looks pretty fun, sort of like bug eyes. So this is the RS version. There are other versions. There's the S version, there's the R version, and then the RS version, which is the one you want. This bike is priced at 10,300 I think, and then the R is 9,300, and then the S is 8,300. So quite easy to remember on the prices. It's good fun from the time I've had it. I've been riding it already for about 40 minutes, and I'm going to be doing some more riding on it as well. Let's run through some stats on the bike. So it is a 765cc engine, the same engine which is being used for Moto 2 and inline 3 it is. It's got 123 brake horsepower, and that delivers 72 Newton meters of torque as well. What's quite nice with the RS version, you have a quick shifter as standard. In terms of the suspension at the back, we've got Öhlins at the back with the little piggy bank reservoir as well, and then we've also got Showa forks at the front, inverted. Comes in a couple of different color options. This is obviously the white version. You then have a matte silver version, you have a black version, and a matte black, which I think would be the one that I'd go for, the one in matte black, or just a standard black, because I do prefer bikes in black. Obviously we need a tail tidy at the end, that back end with the number plate coming out like so. I'm not keen on that myself, so I'd want to be getting that changed. But apart from that, I think it's a good looking bike, and you know, one which would be great if you're looking to do track days. I think this would be a really solid bike for that, because with the quick shifter it just feels really good, accelerating along. I'll start her up so you can hear the engine note. I don't think, oh, camera went the wrong way, sorry. As it is a Triumph, I'm going to need to hold in the clutch when I do this. So I have to do this one-handed thing. Oh, let's wait for the screen to start up. So there she is, starting up. I'll give her a rev as well. So, sounds okay, no problems at all. I think where the engine really does come alive is when you hit around 7,000 RPM. That's when you have this really lovely induction noise coming from the exhaust, which it sounds good, it sounds really good. It makes you want to rev it quite hard, I'll be honest. So, other options, you may have noticed there, the TFT screen come on. I'll show you this again. So a nice colour TFT screen. Not sure if the colours will come through in this light, but very clear. You've got the option to change between different rider modes. You've got your speed in the centre, you've got a gear indicator, you've got revs. You can also count your trips as well, and lap times, do all this sort of stuff fairly easily. So very solid really for an option of a track bike. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll jump back on and continue my ride, and then cut all the footage together. But good fun, good fun. Oh, I forgot to mention the weight, which is very, very important. Sorry about that. It is 166 kilograms dry. It has a 17.4 litre fuel tank as well. So a very, very light bike, very easy to manage and get around. I'm 6 foot. I've got an inline leg measurement of 33 inches, and I weigh Actually 91.8 kilos. I weighed myself this morning, so you got a more accurate weight than my guesstimate previously, and it feels fine, completely manageable moving around, and yeah, I think most people, most body types would be pretty good with this. The seat height I didn't write down. I'll put that on the screen because I've forgotten that. I believe it was 815 millimeters, but I will write that on the screen to let you know. It also has LED lights all over as well. Forgot to mention that. Another important thing. So yeah, let's jump back on her and see how we get on. Okay, so here we are on the Street Triple RS. Route I'm taking today is going to be my normal sort of route, very much a real life test. We're going to be taking it up out of town, up the dual carriageway, back down again, through town doing a bit of filtering, then out into the country for some twisties before heading back. In terms of sitting in traffic, very comfortable. I'm feet down, feet are bent. No issues there at all, and the weight of the bike, because it is so light, it feels absolutely fine. This bike also has the quick shifter, which is the first time I've actually used the quick shifter, and I am in love with it instantly. No need to pull the clutch in when you're going up the gears. You do need to pull the clutch in going down, but going up, it's just a case of keeping the throttle on and yeah, giving it a push up. Okay, just gonna try and squeeze through a bit of traffic. No problems here filtering. In terms of my position while moving, I am leaning forward, not excessively, it's pretty comfortable. Oh my goodness, that quick shifter is a lot of fun. It's just a case of maintaining the throttle. You don't have to let up on the throttle at all, and just giving it a flick up with your foot, and it's straight in. Bit of muscle memory is wanting me to pull the clutch in, but I think I can get used to this very quickly. Clutch for going down in the gears. That front brake is very good. I like that front brake a lot. A lot of power in it. Obviously no wind protection at the front, so we are going to be hitting the wind, but that's okay. Okay, nice opportunity to test the acceleration and the quick shifter here again. I am getting used to it now, and it sounds great when those revs are getting high. That inline 3 has a very nice tone to it. Okay, so as expected, there was a lot of wind there on the motorway, been blasted quite a bit, and that was kind of at around the 70 to 73 mile per hour mark. Not something I'd want to take on the motorway for long stretches. I was holding on a fair bit there, but that's what's expected with a bike like this, really. You know, this bike isn't made for doing that, really. The quick shifter, oh my god, that is awesome. Absolutely love it. And the bike had, you know, it's got a lot of pull throughout the gears. Even sort of sitting on the motorway, I was doing 60 at one. Sitting on the dual carriageway, I was doing 60 at one point in 6th, and then pulled on with the throttle, and no issues pulling away at all. In terms of riding modes, we are in road mode at the moment. I'll stick it into sport mode as we're going through town probably. I think it mainly just changes the throttle response. It feels fine in road mode. It doesn't seem to be any issues. I feel in tune with the bike pretty quickly, in fairness, which is a difference from obviously when I took out the Speed Twin. The feeling I had with that in rain mode just didn't really work for me. Yeah, that front brake is very good. The front brake, the engine braking is pretty soft actually. I'm not getting a big effect from the engine braking, but the front brake is really quite powerful. Okay, we'll now go through town. Hopefully get a chance to test out the filtering a bit more. Yeah, no problems at all. This bike isn't wide really, and the mirrors are quite small. Because it's light as well, it feels like you could filter very easily on this, going through London or going down the motorway or something like that. So at the screen we've got a lovely TFT full colour screen here, which is giving me, you know, my speed very clearly. I've got my gear indicator on the right hand side, and where's it going? All looks okay on there. You've got options to do lap times as well, and different trips and things. Now you see, you know, guys like that, we could have easily done him, but why bother? I never understand why cars try to race bikes, because if the bike wanted to, could just ruin them. The engine note coming through town and at this sort of RPM, it's nothing special, nothing to write home about. However, when you are getting to those high revs accelerating, it has a lovely sound, which is quite addictive. I'm wanting to get up to speed again soon just so I can hear it, but I'm not in a place where we can do that yet. Oh, I just realised I meant to put it into sport mode. Let's see if we can do that on the fly. Mode. Oh, maybe I need to press it twice. Okay. Select. Release throttle. We are now in sport mode. Took a little while to figure that out as I was going along. I'm finding with the seating, because I am leaning forward more than I'm used to, I'm having to remind myself not to put my weight onto the bars, and instead hold myself with my thighs. So some grippy pads on the tank I think would be a good thing, just for holding yourself where you want to be, because that's when you're holding yourself, it feels a lot better, I'd say, and your hands can be nice and loose on the controls. The bike feels extremely flickable, I'd say, and it feels quite solid and firm on the road. Steering
I wouldn't say it's got a light feeling, it's just got a very responsive feeling. You know, it's like when I want to go to the right, it knows, you know, it feels what I'm doing and responds quickly. Yeah, felt very good there. And the front brake, perfect amount of power on the front brake, really does slow you down when you want to drop some speed. On the track this would be an awful lot of fun. So in terms of riding around these sorts of roads, very comfortable. The bike is going exactly where I want it to. It's very confidence inspiring. I'd say the bike can make a very fun daily ride if you're not going to be doing a lot of time on the motorway or on dual carriageways. It could be pretty good actually. Alternatively, the option is having it for a weekend fun bike or a specific bike that you're going to be using for track days, which I think it would really excel at. This bike was actually recommended to me by one of the guys at Lagunas who got one of these about 6 months ago, and when he was talking me through his experiences with it, you could tell that he is absolutely in love with the bike, and I can see why. It is an awful lot of fun. Not when we've got traffic like this, unfortunately, but we'll be clear of this soon, I'm sure. So the riding position, you are bent forward, and I'm finding my arms are getting a little bit tired, but that's more down to my the way I'm riding it. I'm putting too much weight on my arms because I'm not used to holding myself with my thighs. As soon as I remind myself to hold myself with my thighs, it just feels a lot nicer. And also if I lean forward a little bit more, that's where it really seems to feel good, you know. Okay, let's get her up to speed. Slow down a bit, feel the acceleration. It's literally bang on 7,000 RPM. The engine just goes, yeah! it's wanting you to do it. In terms of differences between rider modes, I'm not noticing a huge difference actually between sport and road mode. I wasn't in road mode for that long though, so you know, that may be why. There is also the option for customizable road modes, which the guy I was talking to at Lagunas that owns one of these he uses to so that when he's in the rain he puts in one of his customizable modes which has the throttle response that he's used to riding in sport. However, it then has the traction control settings and all that sort of stuff on that you want. Lots of fun, lots and lots of fun. Ridiculously easy to ride as well. I mean, I think I've said it a few times, but it is so easy to ride. It's ridiculous. I don't get how it is that easy to deliver this sort of power to a bike. So, closing thoughts as I'm heading back into town. Wow, brilliant bike. Triumph really have knocked it out of the park with this one. Now, depending on what you need from a bike would determine whether this is the right sort of bike for you. If you're looking for a track day bike, definite. This is something to look at. The feel you get and the confidence that you can get from riding it is really quite good, actually. I would quite like to take this on the track myself, and I've not done a track day before, so the fact that I would like to take this on my first one, that shows something about the way it's making me feel. On a motorway for long trips, yeah, it's gonna be, you know, windy and not as suited. I'm not getting any pain in my back, which I thought I would be, being leant forward like this at the moment, so it's not too bad on the comfort side of things. However, for long trips you would probably want something else. The front brake is absolutely amazing, an incredible amount of stopping power you've got on that, which is good. The engine braking, usually when I'm riding round, I use engine braking quite a lot. I'm using a lot less of that and using more front brake doing this. The quick shifter, wow, if you've not had a go on a quick shifter, then get out and have a go on one, because it is seriously cool. So yeah, great bike. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit the like button, comment or subscribe if you want to stay, if you want to see more of my content. Another big thanks to Laguna Motorcycles for lending me this bike. If it's a bike you're interested in, you're in the Kent area, please do check them out. So yeah, I will catch you for the next one. I think I'm going to be doing a Yamaha MT10 or an MT09 next, so I'll be able to compare this to that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.